You went here first, Chris. Hurry up.
Good night.
Did you see the comments come up on the screen?
Yeah, I see the comments. Cupid, you see the comments?
I don't see no comments. No.
Well, I took it down.
But it's all right.
But they'll be coming in real time.
All right.
This is y'all's pre-show.
What? Yeah, Cupid, when the interview's over, just stick around and we'll talk to you behind the scenes. I don't wonder when the interview's over. Feel like everybody's ready for this interview. Let's get this.
Hurry up, Chris. You got 30 seconds.
I see you got your Louisiana on. All right now.
15 seconds.
We are live on Old School Tuesday. Turnup.
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday night. We are here. Welcome to episode 41 of Old School Tuesday. Turn up. That's what I am talking about. You know what? We ain't going to sit here. You all do not want to keep you long because we got a legend here in the building. He's about to sit here and tell us the story of this famous line dance that we know. I'm talking about the Cupid Shuffle. Please welcome the one, the only, Bryson Cupid Bernard, known as the Cupid Shuffle. What's up, Bryson?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
How are you?
How y'all feeling? Y'all good? Y'all can hear me? I'm good.
Yeah, you good.
Already.
Everybody can hear you. I like that you wearing that Louisiana shirt.
Always, man. I'm always representing, man. I've been born and raised here.
I know the feeling. I told you my family, we're originally from Louisiana, but we're more, up north from Lafayette. We do like Farmerville outside of Shreveport and Ruston. So I'm familiar with everything Louisiana. So I'm down with you. So hey.
That's
So
love.
yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yes, I see that you were saying the other day you had just got off a 4-city tour. What was that feeling like just to be on all that 4 cities, and how crazy was that for you?
Well, for me, I do a lot of they call me on the weekends to do these festivals and stuff. Pretty much every weekend. I've kind of slowed down a little bit. I don't take as many of them, but when it comes to festivals and it comes to these types of events, people want to dance, and I mean, I've been able to carve a lane in the game to where when you hear my name, it's like let's party. So it's been good. It's been good. I just enjoy just making people dance and have a good time.
Yes. Do you ever stop? I know during the pandemic, artists couldn't do anything, but do you really stop to look at the blessings that God has given you? Being a guy from Lafayette, Louisiana, looking back, being in the church choir, going to University of Louisiana, Lafayette, being on a full athletic scholarship. Do you just really look back and look at your blessing, just say, God has really blessed me?
Well, he really has. My journey has been a unique one. I don't think too many people can say that they've impacted the industry the way I have. not necessarily accolade wise, but just it's just been an interesting journey, doing being in between bounce music and zydeco music and screw and from Texas and all of that stuff, and being able to get out of little bitty Lafayette and then to be able to stand the test of time, 15 years, since I dropped Shuffle, but I've really been doing music since 1997. It's a blessing. It really, really is, and it's cool whenever you have a blessing that the industry really doesn't have control over, because I have a direct connection with the people. So it's super cool, and I'm thankful for that every day.
Now you said bounce music. Explain to people. I know, like I said, my family from Louisiana, but let people, the fans, know what that is, bounce music, so they'll have an understanding of what that is.
So truthfully, like Lafayette lays in between Baton Rouge and Lake Charles. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I grew up listening to what they call bounce music. That comes out of New Orleans. That's the
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans music. And then in Texas, Houston, there's this music that was before it got like popular with Paul Wall and Mike Jones and them, and DJ Screw, of course, and all of them. There's a screw movement that was going on with Hawk and Big Mo and all of them. So we was listening to both sides. Bounce is really just that Trigger Man beat. I don't ever take credit for any of that. I just was a huge fan coming up, so that's what influenced me a lot. Like the Jubilees, the Partners in Crime, Fifth Wall Weeby, R.I.P., and a few others. And so that's kind of what a part of what molded who I am.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, where just growing up, how did you like really come up with Cupid? Not before Cupid. Let's start with about you being athletic. A lot of people don't know you ran track. Top Boy, now I know Top Boy. Yesterday we showed you that picture. You running track. You said you like to be in the front. You never was in
Yeah.
the back. But explain how did Cupid was on the athletic scholarship for track and field.
Well, yeah, man. So, I sang in church and stuff like that, but the main thing
Mhm.
was I I got ran track at Northside High School. I didn't really excel until my senior year, but I was one of those people who like I was gonna outwork you no matter what happened. I was gonna outwork you, and so senior year I excelled, won district, regionals, all that good stuff. Ended up getting a scholarship to the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, which is used to be USL. So that was one of the things that
That's
you
suspicious.
know, yeah. So so really and truly, it was like I ran there, and but I music was in my soul. So that's all I wanted to do, and like I ended up quitting, letting my scholarship, quitting, and pursued dreams with an R&B group I had. Some of my friends we would call Fifth Element, and we met this guy named Roland Edison. And Roland Edison, he signed us to a management deal. So we thought we were finna just be the next Drew Hill. But he ended up like passing away. So after he passed away, it was like we didn't have him, we didn't have none of that, and now it was time to figure this music thing out on our own. So that's kind of when I started like really diving into it, with a no plan B type attitude.
That's what's up. When you see, wait a minute, when you see these pictures, what does that mean
Yes.
to you when it brings back memory of the pictures? Like you got the
uh,
one with the girl, you got the track, you got one with the hat, you got one when you were actually in class. When just seeing those pictures, what is this all this back as? Like you got the prom over here. Yeah, I dug up on
yeah.
pictures
Well,
on
the
you. I
thing
told bring it to you.
I see that, like I see that. Well, the thing is, you know, um, coming up, man, I was very self sufficient. I manager by the name
Hmm.
of Vernon Jenkins. Really, he and I we just was going on a women of prayer. So we would go out, as you can see by these outfits, and get like the little hood $10 2 for 10 outfits. And I had a friend of mine who was just like exploring photography, so he would take the pictures. And we was grinding, man. Like the one thing about that era when I see those pictures though that really makes me um that really hits me is the fact that at that time I didn't know what the destination was gonna be. I didn't know nothing about no shuffle. It was none of that. I was just having a ball. being
Right.
Cupid, the local artist in Lafayette, Louisiana, who was shutting everything down and getting a couple of $100 a show. Um,
Mhm.
and and I find throughout the course of my career that the best music I've ever made comes when I'm the happiest. Um,
Mhm.
and I'm just having fun with the music. So those bring me back to the time when before I had a couple of bucks and before I knew anything about the industry. I was just having fun.
Yeah, that's what it's about. As long as you're having fun and people can see that, and then everything else will come. And that's what it's about. I think you're one of the first artists that I had say, I was just having fun. And usually, some people don't know what
That's it.
fun. Sometimes people forget what fun really is.
Well, going through the roller coaster of my career once again, I was independent from 97 to 2007. For 10 years, I was doing
Hmm.
hood clubs, I was doing blues clubs, I was doing anything I could get on because I truly was enjoying doing the music. Like, I tell anybody this, it's a lot of things I can't do well, but on
Hmm.
stage, no one can play with me. No one. I don't care who it is, what songs they got. I'm gonna give them. By the time I'm finished, the people are gonna be tired. So I come up from a pedigree where when you perform with reason. Like I performed because I wanted people to know who I am. I wanted people to want to see me again. So I gave 100%, and that's how I've been ever since. But when you got that, when it becomes just like I just want to whatever, I'm just famous and I'm just gonna do this show. People can tell, and they ain't gonna want to spend no money to come see you 2 or 3 times. Um, that's why I've been able to be go so long with with Shuffle and a few other ones that I've created is because people know when they come to see me. Like if you don't know, you don't know. But when you know,
Right.
you know. So I don't
Mhm.
have no problem with people booking me constantly because they know when I come, make sure you put me in the right lineup. Because if you put somebody boring behind me, they're going to struggle. That's just how it's going to be. And that's just because I come from the talent show era where, they'll boo you if you don't do your thing.
Yeah, or like remember the back in the day, Showtime at the Apollo, that say Sandman to come on there and throw your behind off stage and everything like that. But no, I totally get it. Like how you sit there and said one thing I want to tap on was you said independent. Give a definition of what being an independent artist really is, because you said you did that for 10 years. As some people don't realize, being an independent artist is actually almost damn near the best thing for an artist, almost, especially nowadays, what's going on with music and everything.
Yeah, nowadays. So my career, I was independent. I got signed to Atlantic in 2007. I got dropped from the label in 2010. Um,
Mm,
the label made me famous. Like the label, once I got signed to Atlantic, I was famous. Like they made me famous. But I went into that label deal with an independent mentality. So it was still grinding. It was still hopping out the van with CDs. It was still shaking people's hands, stopping at a gas station and say, "Hey, do you know how to do the Cupid Shuffle?" No, let me record you. Record them doing it, posting it, things like that. And now being independent, you definitely you have control. You have a lot of control over your music. However, you got to work a little harder. And
hmm
it reminds me of like a plumber, right? So a plumber, it ain't hard to change the pipes underneath the house if you know how to do it. But the music business capitalizes on people's incompetence to the business. So if you don't know, they're gonna make sure you never know and collect majority of the money. Fortunately, the major label situation has made me understand now that the independent side is it's just like you can collect 100% of everything you sell, and it's just a good feeling. And then also creatively, it's a good feeling to be able to make a song called Cornbread and Greens and put it out and not have to worry about no A&R dude telling you, well, we don't think that's gonna
hmm
work in New York. Like, I don't care. I don't care where it works. Like, this is what a song I want to sing to these people, and it's just a good feeling to be able to just give the people what you want to give them.
hmm But I've seen where artists have said, especially I have seen artists said that sometimes the record labels they get it wrong for certain songs. and it's all about the fans. It's what we want to hear. When it's like the radio, it's what they play, and then the song they're gonna allow on that radio to be heard. So once we hear the song, we're like, okay, either we gonna love it, like it, or we gonna be like dismiss it. But sometimes when it comes to record labels, it's kind of like record labels. Honestly, it's like it's kind of like a product. An artist once said on her interview, the record label use you like a product. Once they use you, once they're done with you, they put you back on the shelf. You're done. That's it. And then on
I
to the
mean,
next person. Yeah, on to
that's
the
with
next person.
basketball. That's with basketball. That's with football. That's with any type of
Mm-hmm.
job. Like once you can't deliver the product that they want, that the corporate business
Mm-hmm.
wants, then they're gonna fire you. So the clever thing about being independent is you be your own boss. Like I don't have to go through
Mm-hmm.
nobody to decide what I want to drop, and I
Mm-hmm.
drop it. And trust me, look, bro, every hit song I've had with Flex, Do It With Your Boots On, Cupid Shuffle. Somebody who was super smart in the music business told me it wouldn't work. All of them.
Mm-hmm.
All of them.
Right.
I ain't gonna call out no names, but some very prominent, very big people that are geniuses in the industry was wrong. So going through that cycle, it's like, it's how I feel. It's all about how I feel,
Mm-hmm.
and I put out what I like.
Right. So with that, what is the story, behind what is the story behind the Cupid Shuffle? I know because once I heard it on the radio, all of a sudden it just came on the radio and blew up out of nowhere. Then everybody's doing the dance and everything. Like
Yeah.
what happened? You just wake up one day and say, I'm gonna do this line dance. How did you create the moves, the dance move, and to have it? Why did you name it the Cupid Shuffle? Like just go ahead, just tell it. I know people want to know what is the story behind the Cupid Shuffle.
Well, I was singing blues and southern soul music, you know,
Mm-hmm.
at the time. I was on the road with Rest in Peace Mel Waiters, who really was one of the guys who like I opened up for the most. And I wanted to make a line dance, but I wanted to make something that was fun. Like the electric slide was
Mm-hmm.
cool, but I wanted to make something with specific directions. Um, I named it Cupid Shuffle because at the time, whenever we first started doing music, um, these there was different labels that would ride down I-10. I hate to
Mm-hmm.
say it, but preferably a lot of the Georgia and Atlanta cats was coming through and stealing all our stuff. And because they had the big label situations and all of
Uh-huh.
that stuff, I could go down a list of songs. I don't like I we ain't even gonna go there. But it was happening in the 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, big time. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, somebody's gonna try to steal this song because it was hot where we was at. So I named it Cupid Shuffle because I was like, if they gonna steal it, they gotta say my name the whole time in it. And then I could
Right.
possibly come back 2007. But I got a call from Atlantic, Universal, and Def Jam all on the same day. Um, Atlantic sent their people down immediately, and they started, getting it together. Um, Dropped the song. When we got to Atlantic, none of the experts there knew what it was. Because you got to think, in 2007, there was nothing to compare the Cupid Shuffle to. I had all those like a local artist, all these folks out here was like, oh, he rap. Like, no, I sing blues. They say I'm a rapper, but I say no. They say what you doing trying to sing some Zydeco. The tempo of Cupid Shuffle is what we call Zydeco music. And if you're from Louisiana, you know what that is. That's probably the most
Mm-hmm.
dominant music in Southwest Louisiana. So it has the Zydeco. You hear it every time I sing the beat drop, and I think that's what makes it so special.
Yes. You know what I like about the video that you have the fraternities in there and like fraternities, sororities in the video. That's hecka dope. Like you really touched.
But now I call it the United Song of America because I've seen
Yep.
that song affect Black Lives Matter movements, Michelle Obama, Beyonce. I mean, every celebrity from LeBron to there's not a human being on this planet that never heard or did the Cupid Shuffle. Now, it's cool to have a bunch of hit records for a short span of time. Like you could be hot from like 2005 to 2008 and be the hottest person at that time. But to know that for eternity, like I'm gonna be engraved in American culture, it's just like a bigger badge and just something that I really just, it's just a blessing.
Someone just said the Cupid shuffle and the wobble are the only dances I know.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I would take it. That's what's
Someone
up.
said Ian is the best song for prom, wedding, and backyard parties. There you go. Now
Yeah.
it just went
Yeah.
even for like you said, the White House for when it comes to government officials, other entertainer legends, icons, and it's for even for sports. We hear to see the football players, basketball players dancing to. So it's a song like you said, it's young. It doesn't matter if you're young or you're old. Anybody, and not everybody is doing it. Then now you have social media and TikTok. Now they done took it and remastered it and made it a challenge, a Cupid Shuffle
Well,
show. So that's
TikTok
funny.
TikTok was made for me. So
Uh-huh.
let me explain about TikTok. See, we was doing TikTok 2007, but we were just ahead of our time. Like I had a
Right.
YouTube channel called Cupid TV One, and on that YouTube channel, we used to like make videos and dance tutorials and stuff like that. And what's going on? Hey, hey,
I'm here.
see y'all.
I'm here.
Yeah, I see you. I hear you.
Okay, we're waiting on her to pop back in. Stand by.
Okay. I'll say I got
We
that
dealing
strong
with
Wi-Fi connect.
dealing.
It ain't me.
We dealing with internet.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. As long as it ain't me. Cherry
Let's
strawberry.
see. Okay, I don't know if she left or not, but we're gonna hold on. So stand by.
Oh yeah, I'm here, no doubt.
Let me see what we got here. I don't know where she at. Hold on. We was on the roll.
Yeah, we rocking and rolling, no doubt.
Stand by, guys. We're just waiting on Pricilla to rejoin the show. Bear with us.
Oh, good, brother.
I'm just letting the audience know what's going on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hey,
All right.
you back? All
Yeah.
right. There you go.
There we go.
All in the deep questions. Then we get.
I know. Someone said, my cousin texted me, was like, y'all think the thing keeps freezing. I'm like, hold on, give us a minute. We are back. Go ahead, Cupid. Go ahead and explain what you were saying.
So I'm gonna have to refresh my memory where I was.
We was talking. It was so deep. Now I forgot. But we was talking about
Yeah.
TikTok. That's what you were talking about, TikTok. Now
Oh
I remember.
yeah.
TikTok.
So
You said it was made.
we was
You did
doing
it before your time.
we was doing that way before. Like I mean, and so now here comes an app that everybody's dancing, and I'm kind of laughing like, wait a minute, didn't the industry tell me that was whack? Oh, so now y'all won't dance. So that's why I think like Flex is blowing up so big, and Two Step Up My Haters has blown up so big because I mean, that's the music I've been making for the past 15 years.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. Like it's like, but that just goes to show you when you try to tell the record executives then when you were supposed to. When I get it, is sometimes stuff is before your time, and then it takes them to see the vision and then recreate it again, and you sit back thinking, man, we was already doing that. But I get it. Sometimes
Yeah,
it wasn't for you all; it was for the next generation, and then with all the generation we have, with everything that's going on from TikTok, what is it, Snapchat to Instagram. I mean, now it's like if you ever notice, what do you think about the social media is taking over for the music industry? Like now, you can kind of get on social media and damn near almost become famous. Forget going to record labels; you can get on there and sing. Boom, they're almost famous. They're damn near famous.
yeah. I mean, it just makes the playing field even. And
Hmm.
now when I hear artists complain about things are hard, I laugh because I'm like, wait a minute. I came up when you had to take a staple gun and staple the posters on the telephone pole at 2, 3 in the morning.
Hmm.
So now you can just click and reach 10,000 people on a phone. I'm like, man, this is magic. This is beautiful. Like I enjoy it every day, like meeting new people and sending my music out to people every week. So I love the internet. Trust.
Yes. Now you know what I love. You did the song with my girl Shirley Murdoch. We had Shirley here last year. Two stepping on my haters. That what? Explain
Yeah.
people. Tell people what's the stuff. Tell everyone the fans why give it that title. What is the title? What's the meaning behind that title?
Most of my songs have a dance reference to it just because of who I am.
Mhm.
But I wanted to make something, it's more of an anti-violent kind of perspective. Like, I'm trying to get people to really start looking at two step on your haters versus shooting at them, fighting them, glorifying violence. It's like I'm trying to find an alternative. So if I could put you in good spirits when referring to a negative person or a negative situation, that might make you want to think twice about doing something crazy. And what better voice, what better spirit, what better artist to have on there than the legendary Shirley Murdoch, who also ministers, through music at her church and so on and so forth. So she's legendary. She fits the song perfect, and this song has been blowing up. That video you're watching right now is about a 500,000 views on Facebook when we performed it live in Florida, Tallahassee. And yeah, like we rocking out, man. That song. Hopefully we can get it rocking and rolling. But I see big things for that song, and it's right up the blues alley. People love it.
Mhm. Not only is it blues, but it's also along with Flex. It's also nominated for a Grammy. Congratulations. Well, considered nomination for a Grammy. But what is that going to mean to you when you hear your name called for a Grammy award?
Man, I try not to overthink that. To not get myself, I try not to overthink that. But that would be a little above and beyond. I got a bunch of them things that's above me on the wall. I got 5 platinum plaques because shuffle at 5 million, but that would be out of space.
That's what I'm talking about. Like just to know to hear your name. That show if nominated for a Grammy is a big deal for people. When it comes to artists, but to know to hear yourself win. What would you want that feeling? What would you sit there and really think back like I'm like I came really far.
I really don't even know. To be honest, I don't know. Like like I said, I try not to overthink what I would do if I would ever to win that, but it would be probably an overwhelming feeling. But for sure, like that would be. I don't know. Who know? Who knows?
What do you think? I know we talked about social media, but what's your take on how do you see social media and being able now connecting more to your fans and everything when it comes to social media?
Well, that's why I keep winning because I have 200,000 followers on Facebook. I have almost 100,000 on Instagram. That's my fans. I know
Mm-hmm.
that them 300,000 people they ain't no bots. I didn't buy no followers. I didn't buy no Spotify streams. I didn't pay no curators. That's my people. So to have
Mm-hmm.
them is all that matters. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's my rock. I got a direct contact with them. If they got a question, they can hit me. If they post a flex video and I like it, I'm gonna repost it. And I think having that connection with my fans is why I'm gonna always win because they know they're not dealing with like somebody super Hollywood.
Uh-huh. But I like that you said that me and Hollywood. Same thing with me. Even for having my platform, I'm able to. I even have Old School Tuesday Turnup on Messenger, where I chat with the fans who's big fans of the show, being fans since we've been doing this for 2 years. And I ask them who you guys want for the next show, or it's just saying hello to them and everything. But I like that. But and with social media, it really does allow you to really, like you said, connect with your fans, or if they're giving you a video of them dancing, and I trust me, I've seen all kind of videos of them doing the latest dance all the stuff for all your songs, and that's what's up. Some people, it's kind of like don't ever forget where you come from. It's kind of like that perspective a little bit.
Nah, nah, them people love you. And when they got a relationship with you, like sometimes I'll see a video and I'll be like, send me your cash app. And I'll just cash app for some money. I'll be like, thank you. Your video got 1 million views. Here's $1,000. Thanks. And you don't understand like having that connection, what that does for people. Like I've had people I have so many stories about people like getting sick, passing away, experiences that they've had through my music. So having that
Mm-hmm.
direct connection to them, man, it makes me feel like that's our homeboy, and that's why they rock with me so hard.
Yes. What do you want people when they hear your music? What do you want people to feel when they're hearing your music?
I want them to smell barbecue.
I can't stand you.
Just start
You
smelling,
know,
smell barbecue. So you
you
hear
know,
Cupid. Oh, wait a minute, where we at?
you speaking of barbecue, I'm from Kansas, well, Midwest. We known for barbecue, Gates barbecue. That's what we known for, barbecue and everything like that. But it's funny that you said barbecue.
Yeah, yeah, for real. Cause look, my favorite
Uh,
artist of all time is Frankie Beverly. And when you hear "Remember when we first found love," you know what it is. Like you
mm-hmm,
automatically go into family reunion mode. And Frankie Beverly
mm-hmm,
got them tunes that make you think about Sunday afternoon, backyard cookout. So I that's me. Like I want to be like he's senior, I'm junior. And when you hear Cupid Shuffle, you hear Do It With Your Boots On, when you hear Flex, when you hear Cornbread and Green, when you hear Two Step on My Haters, that's what I want you to think.
yes. Wait. Sing some more Frankie Beverly. Sing because the ladies probably got. They was. "Ah!" You know how women are. You look. You got them all happy. Go. You might as well keep going.
Frankie, my guy. Frankie, my guy. I'd be
Uh-huh.
like, and joy and pain is like sunshine and rain. That's legend. It's iconic. And Frankie ain't got to make not one song ever in life again.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna hear them songs he made, and that's how I feel with me. Like I just want my song to be a vibe. Like when you hear shuffle, you know what it is. When that
Mm-hmm.
blue Cupid come on, you know what to do, and that's that vibe that I just want to create with all my music.
Yes, not like that. My song is "Before I Let Go." No, no, no,
That's the
no.
classic.
That that's
That's the
that's
classic.
that is the song. You at a barbecue, you're sitting down. Barbecue start at 3 o'clock. And on a Sunday afternoon, maybe Saturday, but mostly Sundays. 3 o'clock hit it. You're eating. You know how you be having a plate of food, barbecue in your mouth. All the food, corn, baked beans. That song drops. What are you doing? Stopping everything you're doing. Go hit the dance floor. That's exactly what you're doing when that song
For
comes
my,
on.
I mean, that's my favorite artist, and that's the same thing I want for my music.
Is
True.
Frankie being your favorite artist, would you see yourself one day having the even the opportunity to even just do one song with him, even one, or just being on stage with him?
Well, I've performed with him several times. Matter of fact, maybe a couple of months ago we played in Vegas. Me, him, and Kelly Price, and you know, he's an icon, man. I just look at him as just like an icon. Like he's just a dude who I look at like, man, like look what you've done for society, for African American
Mhm.
culture. So, I know like Frankie ain't recording no new songs or nothing, but just to be in the same conversation with him, on the same concert tickets with him, and to have a song as
Mhm.
iconic as Before I Let Go, shoot, that's blessing enough.
Yeah, that's what's up. Like some people don't get to work legends like that. Frankie Beverly. Some people like you don't get some artists don't get that opportunity. You don't like. It's always that one
Dude,
person you want to work with. Even who for me, I have my person who I would love to work with or interview, or that just because you really sit there and be like, they get that momentum being in the same space of that your favorite artist, and you're just sitting back thinking like, wow, how did I get you? That's when you really blessed. That's when
oh yeah,
like, and just and like you said, be in that conversation with them, and then you sit there and when you hear them talk, you listen to the advice they giving. I heard once Stephanie Mills say that get advice, make sure you get the advice from the old school artists who've been through everything, because that's where you're gonna learn. They lay down the foundation.
yeah.
So you want to learn, take what
yeah.
they did and flip it and apply it to yourself. A lot of people don't get that, but some do.
The one thing I learned from Frankie Beverly was
Mhm.
you got to realize in the '70s you had Frankie, you had Marvin Gaye, you had Earth, Wind and Fire, Zap,
Mhm.
Gap Band. So when
Isley
they
Brothers.
performed on the same ticket, brother, when they performed on the same ticket, it was dog eat dog. That band was coming
Mm-hmm.
out to show out this band, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what I learned from him. Is like when you get on the stage, I'm trying to say, but by the time you finish flexing, I want the people to be tired. I don't
Mm-hmm.
they want to be ready to go home, ready to go home, and that's what you got to give to the people. And I'm telling you, they truly respect that vibe. They truly respect you giving them all you have, and that's why I've been able to be in the game so long.
Mm-hmm. Not only you have them, then you have Dad's band Rose Royce. Of course, let's not forget the funk bands Parliament and Funk. George Clinton. Can you imagine being in that genre? George Clinton's on stage, Parliament and Funk, Funkadelic. I mean, that's when music was music. That's why they get on. Like, what's your take on R&B when it comes to R&B music now compared to where it used to be back then compared to what it's now?
It's super alive. Like Puff Daddy, retarded for what he said. That was retarded. Like, why would you say that? Like, you got Jasmine Sullivan, you got
Mm-hmm.
PJ Martin, you got Tank, you got Joe, you got let's even go down to the youngsters. You got Giveon, you got Lucky Day.
You got
You gonna
her.
say and say R&B dead?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ, that little girl there is out of
Hers.
space.
She,
You got
man,
her.
you see that
She's an
damage song?
just everything she do. So when
Mm-hmm.
people say R&B is dead, maybe the way the '90s presented it, but man, these kids out here singing. I ain't trying to hear none of that. PJ Martin is like one of my favorite artists, and that boy, man, them boys jamming, Tank jamming, man. So R&B is in a very good place. You just got to go find it.
Yeah.
If you don't go find a good R&B, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you looking in the wrong place, and I just feel like there's too many talented artists out there. They got this little girl I just started listening to named Mars. Gone, gone. I'm talking about like my Pandora playlist is just it's crazy. Even blacks like
Mm-hmm.
like the little blacks T dude from California. He out of space
Mm-hmm.
too. They jamming. So nah, I'm not falling for that one. R&B is in a good place, and I think that they got some really good artists out right now.
Yeah, most definitely. It's all about if you pay attention though. Look how Silk Sonic did it when they had sample, Love Train from Confunction. Look how I mean, honestly, what the new generation is really doing is sampling. So I can listen to the radio nowadays. I listen to radio, and all I hear is old school music. I'm like, man, they done took. You can listen to a radio the whole entire hour, and what's happening that whole entire hour, nothing but sampling music. And I say, hey, there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
that. That's really not. That's
people don't
helping the old
people don't
school
understand.
artists.
That's them young artists paying homage. Like that.
Hmm.
That's what the old not the old heads because the old heads who getting sampled they enjoying the checks. Trust me, but they paying
Hmm.
homage. That's their way of saying I love this record. I want to redo it. I mean that's what we all did. Like we all wanted to redo stuff. So
Hmm.
you know.
Well, you're not only that. And then think about like Frankie Beverly. Beyonce took, Before I Let Go and created her own. But I mean, hey, she paying homage. And now she has a song out with the Ron Isley. And then there's another there you got Confunction has a song out with Jazzy Faye. If anything, they're bringing back the old school artists and bringing them back into a new generation of music. Nothing wrong with that. I give it props.
I need Beyonce. I need Beyonce to sample Cupid Shuffle off Flex though.
Say that now. Put that. Say that
You
loud.
already
Put this.
know.
Come on. Come up here and say.
Beyonce,
Come on. Put them on TV.
Beyonce, Solange,
Mhm.
Beyonce, Bruno. Hey, y'all sample. I need y'all to sample Cupid Shuffle. Hook your boy up.
Yes, that's right. We got to hear first. We have it here first, right here on Old School
Period.
Tuesday. Turnup. Yes.
I love
Period.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you imagine if someone, anybody from that caliber, even Chris Brown was to touch the Cupid Shuffle, how big that would?
You can't touch this.
Another 10 million. Another 5 million. We're gonna get Diamond quick.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. When you're in the studio, this he got top with his sound effects. But when you're in the studio, what is the essential ingredient writing a good right? Just being a good songwriter.
Just like there's great songwriters, and then there's like people who capitalize on scenarios. And for me, I just when I make music, I try to make music that I know I can perform. So
Mm-hmm.
all of my stuff is real situational. I got a new
Mm-hmm.
single that's gonna be dropping in January with Mr. Talkbox, and it's gonna be one of the biggest dance songs ever in life. And because we capitalize on what the people want to do, like what the people. So that's kind of my genre. Like when I write songs, sometimes I write about situations and stuff like that. But ultimately, my vibe is just having a good time. So I try to make, want to make a song where I say something to where you riding in your car like, oh yeah, boy, that's crazy. Oh, I remember that.
When you're in the studio, what really gets your creative juices flowing?
It's no thing. It's just, whenever it comes, it comes. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really have like no strategy when it comes to it, stuff like that. It's just whenever it hit me, it hit me. Because I'm not in the studio every day. I used to do that when I was
Right.
younger. Like now, it's like, when it comes, I go in the studio and I already got it down pat.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And then someone said, "Say it louder for the people in the back." Oh, that's what someone just said. Someone said Tall Boy and his sound effects. I know, right? And Tall Boy, he killing it with these sound effects.
Mess.
But you let people know it come next year. You're gonna have the Cupid presents the ultimate dance party cruise. What motivates you to start this cruise? And let your fans know about this so they can. These people who are watching, they might want to come next year. Let them know.
Y'all should come. So every year I do this cruise. It's the
Uh,
dance party cruise. It's basically myself, DJ Jubilee, Partners in Crime. This year I got
uh,
95 South. I got Shirley Murdoch um, on the cruise, and it's like the vibe. I got Hot Boy Ronald on there. It's just a vibe, man. We get on there, we cruise from New Orleans to Cozumel. If you'd like to go, you can go to my website. It's newcupidonline.com. And we got about 300-400 people on there, man. Just like energy, and people having a great time, man. A good vacation. It's Memorial Day weekend, and you don't want to miss it. Like we party from Thursday to Sunday, all the way through.
And you know what? I think you know who you should really add in here too. You know who you really missing,
Who?
Cupid? You're missing this girl named Pricilla, and you're missing this guy named Tallboy. I think we need to be added as well.
Y'all, come on, man, come on, y'all, come on through, like for real, like we started birthing. We had 211 people right now, over 100 cabins, and
Uh,
yeah, it's trust me, it is 4 days of fun. We do a sneaker ball, we do an
uh,
80s and 90s party, we do karaoke live, and it's just a beautiful thing.
See, that's what I'm talking. I think, yeah. Well, me, but I'm pretty sure Top Boy is down for it. And I think we can. Hey, remember, this is old school Tuesday turn. We fit in there too. Yeah, this fit in here too. We need to wait. We need to roll. I'll see you next year.
Y'all need to be on the
We need to
cruise.
roll today.
Be on the
That's
cruise.
what I'm talking about. So, hey, take old school Tuesday turn up on the cruise. Ah, hey.
Why?
I'm
Why
just
not? Why not? Why not?
why not? Speaking into existence. That's what I'm talking about. What would what would you
Shoot.
like your legacy to be?
Good dude, kept it real, helped everybody, always smiling, and he made some of the greatest music ever. That's it. Like, my grandchildren's grandchildren gonna shuffle. And to me, having a legacy, they gonna flex too, because Flex gonna catch shuffle. Flex because shuffle came out pre Instagram and TikTok.
Mhm.
Flex is so hot. And so just to know I got them types of songs is just leaving a legacy for the world. That's all it's about.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You know, one of your fans just said, see, you got people texting me talking about they want to go on this cruise too, but someone just said a woman named Lauren, she just said she wants to come too. See, you got people in here want to come. You see what you
Man,
see what you done?
type it in there.
Yeah,
It's
look.
it's New Cupid. newcupidonline.com. I can't comment no words, but if y'all don't mind, if y'all post the link up, they can click it and go and just go to click cruise and shoot. It's official.
Yes, a
It
woman. She
really
said
is.
a young lady. Yeah, and she said a young lady named Lauren Ashley said she wants to come. She wants to come too. So like you got all these
Let's do
people.
it.
Look,
Let's do it.
and see if you got people in the comments. Someone said who else want to go. See everybody. Someone said I want to see Tall Boy sing karaoke. Somebody said can they ride on your ticket? That, see you got these.
They got to
Yeah.
book it, man. They got to book it, man.
Yeah, somebody said I'm going. See, you got these people. They ready to go. They are ready to
And
go. Look,
it is a
that's
party.
what.
As soon as we get on that boat, that party crew is the
Mhm.
loudest party crew on the boat, and we have a great time. Sneaker ball is great. 80s and 90s party. We go off. It's just a great time, and so I please, LukeCupidOnline.com. It's gonna be a good time.
That's what I'm talking about. That is yes. And congratulations on getting married. Beautiful. This is beautiful right here.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yes,
Let's see,
indeed.
we took it back. We had it. I had you like, but we said we was gonna bring the pictures. We was gonna bring the pictures for you and everything.
Yeah, man. Bring them
But
out, man. Bring them out. Shoot.
yes, where you want? Where can your fans find you? Do you have any upcoming shows that your fans like in this week or next week coming up, so your fans can know where they can come see you at, and you're on your social media as
I'll
well.
be I'll be at Grambling State University November 4th. November
Okay.
5th, I'll be in Birmingham, Alabama with my boy DJ Trucker. And then
Hmm.
this Sunday, I'll be in Utica, Mississippi.
Okay, that's what's up. And where can your fans find you on social media?
Official New Cupid. And look, let me just say this. My
Hmm.
name not Cupid. Cupid is not Cupid. It's not Cupid Shuffle. It's not I done got called everything. Yeah, it's the Cuban Shuffle, man. It's official new Cupid, phonetically correct. CUPID. So it's official new Cupid. You'd be surprised at how many people spell that name wrong or say it wrong.
Mm.
So just to make sure you find me properly. That's what it is.
Yeah. They can find, if I can find you, they can find you. That's what I'm talking about. They
Oh
can find.
man,
I can
I done
find.
seen Cupid spell. I done seen Cupid spell with a T, with a Q. Like
What
no, it's
the,
not.
no, you know what I blame it. I blame it on the school system. That's why they say education is, that's that child left behind act. I'm telling you, like, dang,
Yeah,
kid with a
it's
T.
rough. It's
Where do you
rough. It's
put a
rough.
T in kid? Did I spell it out for them right now so they can go ahead and know? Goodness gracious.
C is in cat, U is in umbrella, P is in Paul, I is in igloo, D is in dog. Cupid, official new Cupid. For real,
You
I'm
know,
telling you.
look. I feel you. Do you not know? I hate when they do that to me on the phone. You be on with the telemarketers and you be calling for like a bill or something. They're like, "Now spell your name," and I'd be like, "Okay, P is in pie, R is in Ray." I have to give it in detail,
Uh,
and I feel you. I totally feel you. Look, we about to do these
oh
10. I
yeah.
got 10 questions for you. Like Family Feud, but this is
Okay.
old school Tuesday turn up way. 10 easy questions, 60 seconds, and you gotta listen because they're gonna go real quick for you. Just gonna see like that. I like to
Okay.
have fun with my top boy. Go ahead and drop that music so we can. Favorite ice cream,
Vanilla,
favorite dish,
smothered okra,
favorite movie,
love of basketball,
favorite comedian,
Dave Chappelle,
favorite love song,
Boys to Men, I make love to you,
favorite color,
dark green,
sunrise or sunset, sunrise or
sunset,
chicken or ribs,
chicken.
grits with sugar or grits with salt.
I have to go grits with salt.
Name one name one male artist, one female artist, in one group you want to see come on Old School Tuesday Turn Up.
Tank, Jasmine Sullivan, and Frankie Belger.
Okay, Frankie Baby. Beverly with Maze because I said group. Well, we'll count.
Whole
Let's
group,
go and
yeah.
count.
Oh no, go
Yeah.
Jodeci, go Jodeci, and good luck with
Oh,
that one,
that's
cause Jodeci wild.
yeah. He said
He
good luck with
wild.
that one. I grew up on Casey and JoJo. That's my era '90s, so that's I
Yeah,
grew up on them. But I
yeah.
know they are wild. But they kill it. Top boy, you want to come in because answer some questions? Because I know Top boy is dying. He's your homie over here, dying. Probably ask some questions. Because yesterday he tried to clown. Look at him. Look at him
Yeah,
sitting.
yeah.
I ain't
Calling,
got no
fussing at
questions.
me. Talking
That's
about.
Mr. USL. The reason I don't be coming down there because I'm a University of New Orleans graduate, and we don't be messing with them USL, them Lafayette boys.
Well, look, man, my wife is an LSU alumni, so you gotta get through that first, bro. I can't rep that much anymore. I got more purple and gold stuff in my closet than this, so it's all good, bro.
Oh man, it's a pleasure seeing you again. This pandemic, what's one lesson that you learned during this pandemic? Positive, negative. What did the pandemic teach you?
Appreciation, appreciation, bro. Musicians was the last ones to go back to work, so it was tough, man. To appreciate every show, every fan member, every time you get a chance to grab the mic, man, just be thankful.
That's big. That's big. Now you spoke on the New Orleans bounce music earlier, as far as like the history. Working with Jubilee and Trigger. Have you ever worked with Triggerman or anything like that? I don't know if you did or not.
Mostly Jubilee, Partners in Crime, Fit Wall Weeby, Hot Boy Ronald, Chopper. I'm mostly with them guys.
So, and I grew up in that era, at that era right there with the No Limit and the Cash Money and the Jubilee when all that came out. Do you ever? And I guess this is all speculation. Why do you think that their music never really took off mainstream, but it was like really more the Cash Money and the No Limits that took off?
Um, I mean, with the Trigger Man and stuff, they got a lot of legalities with that. But after post Katrina, when everybody kind of had to move all over the place from New Orleans, it started to spread. I mean, you still got to back that thing up, Juvenile. Um, I'ma say it. So, boy, I'm about to say it.
Hold on, let me put
It
you on the
has went
screen. Hold on,
mainstream.
let me put you on the screen by yourself.
It has went mainstream. It's just a lot of people like to steal. And if you listen to a lot of City Girl records and all of that, that ain't nothing but bounce music. But I'm gonna let that be. But so I think it has. I just don't think that it's there's a label or anything that like that set on it and made it into a thing. But I do know that I can name you about 20 bounce records that came from different states that's mainstream. So I think it has. It's just you know sometimes the gatekeepers when it comes to big stuff, don't necessarily be from Louisiana.
Do you think New Orleans has not been given its proper respect, such as like the West Coast, New York, Memphis, Florida, and Atlanta? Do you think Louisiana has been skipped over?
Skipped over and robbed. Skipped over and robbed, bro. Yeah, like I mean, Baby and Slim and Peter, man. Thank God, they really like put New Orleans on the map, and then myself in like Southwest Louisiana, and Hurricane up there, and then Boosie and Gates, and in Baton Rouge. So we got some dogs out here, man. That's out here like killing it. You got Lloyd, Luke James. I mean, we got a bunch. It's just you know, I think it could be bigger. We had like labels here, and hubs here and distribution companies here that could really, you got Young Boy, who's the biggest selling artist, rap artist probably ever. He from Baton Rouge, so we got him. We rocking. It's not like we all flying the same flag saying Louisiana, Louisiana, Louisiana. It's just we from Louisiana and we just all doing our thing.
Now we were talking about bounce, but at the same token, um, you got like the Calvin Richardsons and the Big Pokey, and you start tapping into the blues a little bit. What was your love for the blues, and how did you make those collaborations with those blues artists? I know you mentioned Rest in peace, Mel Waiters, one of the classiest guys that I've ever met as well. But
Yeah.
tapping into the blues, how did you get involved with the blues as well?
I was doing that before Shuffle, you know. I had a song called Swing Around the Rosie that was big regionally. And believe it or not, I do more blues shows than anything. The show I'm doing Sunday is more of a blues show and like the trail ride scene. But you know, Calvin doing his thing. Calvin's found a niche where he could be like R&B and Southern Soul. You got Tucker, who's like humongous, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing. You got Pokey doing his thing.
Fro.
You got all these people doing their thing. So there's a lane called Southern Soul, which we like to call it happy blues. Like it's some stuff that we created down here is like happy blues. And so you know, it's rocking. Man, them cats be doing 20, 30,000 people in some of these venues with no radio airplay or none of that. They just got fans. So you know, I'm a part of that movement too. I'm a part of that lane too, and I can always dip into there whenever it's time.
Yeah, that's what's up. Now, I'm gonna have to mess with you a little bit because your boy. So for the ones that don't know, Cupid is a big Tampa Bay fan. He ain't no real Saints fan. Priscilla's a Kansas City Patrick Mahomes guy. Talk to us about your team this year. What's going on with them, man?
Man, Tom Brady's stressing, man. You know, I feel like Tom go home. Giselle be like, I don't care who you are, move them shoes. I don't care who you are, Tom. Move them shoes, clean up, and Tom just be frustrated, man. Y'all got Tom stressing right now, man. My quarterback having a hard time right now, bro. A little to do.
So I got you on record that you're not a New Orleans Saints fan because you know when Bayou Classic, well, Saints Falcons play.
No, let me say this. Let me clarify this. I say this to everybody.
Mhm.
I don't not like the Saints. I don't like. I have about 5 or 6 friends that every year, no matter what, they tell me Saints going to the Super Bowl every year, and I'm like, dog. I don't say Tampa's going to the Super Bowl every year unless we realistically are. These dudes don't be having no players. Stuff be happening all crazy, and they still be, oh, black go, and they heckle you, you know. So because of that heckling, I'm just not a big fan. However, you know, it's all love, man. Like them boys doing their thing, man. Y'all, Winston's over there, who was a former Buccaneer, and but it's just I got a few friends of mine who make it hard to like them, though.
What? Okay, so switching off of NFL because Priscilla is kept quiet. I thought she would have tapped in because she's a Patrick Mahomes fan. And
Hey,
case in
Chiefs.
point,
Yeah,
I ain't trying to hear all that. That's the AFC. We in the NFC, but our Falcons. I've already given up on them. I hate to say I love my squad. But I have given up because I think they just need to
poor
go ahead
Falcons.
and nurture this new talent that's over here. That backup quarterback. But it is what it is. But basketball, switching over to that. Are you Pelicans fan, or is there another squad that you're rocking with?
I'm a pure,
What's up? What's your
no,
thoughts on Zion?
I'm a pure Laker fan, but like I'm a 1979 Laker fan. I'm a James Worthy, Kurt Rambis, Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones Laker fan.
Throwbacks.
So yeah, I'm a Laker fan. I don't do the follow a player team thing. So yeah, I'm a Laker fan
Okay, all right.
all
So,
day.
so what's your thoughts on the current state of the Lakers?
We need to just trade everybody and start over.
Everybody,
Everybody.
Everybody,
even LeBron.
everybody, because
Everybody.
everybody,
Yeah.
everybody gotta go.
Him.
He
Okay.
said just
Man,
get
I
rid of the
can't.
whole. He said get rid of the whole squad. The
And
whole
start all over,
squad.
man.
You
Whole
wouldn't keep
squad
not
because
one person.
I wouldn't keep nobody because I'm tired. Every week I gotta hear who we finna get. Every week, who we finna get? Oh, we finna go get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar this week. This week we gonna get Mike Conley and we're gonna trade
Bars.
Westbrook. Then tomorrow we gonna go get Larry Bird and John Stockton out of retirement. I'm just tired. Like, like we got Anthony Davis, and then you're like, oh no, we gonna go get like we just be getting anybody who like Like, and I'm like, man, let's just start over, get us some young bucks, and just build. I'll take about 5 losing seasons of building rather than having to deal with tomorrow. We finna get just name a player. We finna get him. We go trade for him tomorrow.
Okay, give me 10 players that you would, and they can't all be superstars because you got to deal with contracts. But if you say get rid of everybody, you getting rid of LeBron, you're getting rid of Anthony Davis, you're getting rid of Russell Westbrook. But give me 10
Everybody.
players that would be on your roster if you were the GM. And I know this is a music show, but I mean, I love to hear this. But
I
you got to
would
be
get
realistic though.
no, like I would. This is what I would do. At the end of the season, I would trade everybody for draft picks and money, and I would just draft all new dudes that none of us know, overseas dudes, college dudes, high school dudes. I want dudes that I don't know their name. Like, cause tall boy, every year we do the same thing. We got Russell Westbrook, then we go get Patrick Beverly. We just be getting name dudes. And I know they good, but we need to get some young fresh talent that we could build. A la 96, 97, when Shaq came, then Kobe came, then we start bringing them young gunners in. Let's go fresh. Let's go fresh. Trust me, we've had enough. LeBron got us a ring. Thank you. It'll be good. Let him go back to Cleveland or wherever he wants to go, and we'll have all the money. Let's just trade for the first 5 picks. Take it all, and let's do it. He made Space Jam already. We good. Let's start over, bro.
That's Space Jam. Woo. Yeah, he made it, but that don't mean it was good. Let me shut up.
Go,
Go ahead, Priscilla. Tap in. Come on, Priscilla. This is
I
all.
okay. Look, I grew up on Space Jam, the original Space Jam. Sometimes when you're an athlete, just stay over there. Don't go over here messing up movies. And no, I am a movie person. Okay. And let me just
yeah.
some things you don't need to recreate, retouch, and like I don't know if you
I
heard
mean,
about it. He's gonna do the new House Party movie. I seen the trailer. It looks good.
look,
Okay,
look.
but he's in it. Like, come on,
Yeah.
man. Like, no, leave things
I'm gonna say
alone.
this:
Just alone,
the
bro.
the guy, he's amazingly talented, and what I love about LeBron James is the legacy he's building for his sons and his family.
Right.
Like I mean, kudos to them boys. They're not gonna be kids that got handed anything. They literally working on the basketball court. They'll have all these businesses, and that's what you want to do to break a lot of these generational curses. He coming from a household with no daddy in Cleveland. I mean, in Cleveland, in Akron. So, boom, good. I'm just saying thanks for the ring, but I want all new dudes. Just new dudes. Pay them. We could lose for 3 seasons. They'll all be new. They can all up high dunk. Get them some shoe deals. Put them in a movie, and we'll be good.
Boy, I think Jerry Buss will be rolling over in his grave with this strategy. But okay,
Man,
that's your strategy,
I
bro.
got a take. I just want to know for real. Like everybody's talking about, what's your take? Honestly, come on. What is your take on Kanye West at this point? Freedom of
oh,
speech.
I don't even know, man. Man, look, bro. I'm gonna tell you, hey, man, I ain't gonna touch the Kanye situation at all, bro, because it's two sides to that. I
Hmm.
can't say anything about it because I can't defend anything because I don't even know what the angle is yet. Like, so if I say, oh, I think he's, smart and strategically, whatever, whatever, he did say some real ill stuff. And at the same time, it's crazy how he's been saying ill stuff for years and it never really got him canceled until he said ill stuff about a certain group of folk. So look, as long as he know how to flex and shuffle, I'm gonna leave it at that.
You said flex and shuffle.
So long as Kanye West shuffling, that's it. I don't, if I get a video with him shuffling in some Yeezys, I'm gonna post it. I'm sorry about what everybody else got to think. I'm gonna post it.
Shuffle and some
I don't want no,
Yeezys.
I want no
You
smoke.
said, hey, as long as you
Mm-mm.
get your coins, you good. As long as I get my money, I'm good. I don't give a
I,
damn what
I
that
might,
fool
I
do.
might, I'm gonna go Google it. Kanye doing Cupid shuffle. See if I can find it. If I find it, I'm gonna post it.
Wow.
I never knew
Okay.
him to do it.
Um,
That'd be dope.
she I don't really want to stay on the sports thing, but I think you're in that in the Bible Belt area, and Dion has really done some things really with Jackson State and the HBCUs. What are your thoughts on this whole HBCU movement that has taken a turn for the good, I guess, because now teams or schools are actually going out and making putting HBCUs on the map. I just came back from Howard's homecoming, and I was like, wow, they didn't have this at UNO. They didn't have this at USL. But, to be able to see Grambling and Southern at Bayou Classic, that's, it's the battle of the bands. But now you're seeing sold out games because of, what Dion is doing. So what do you think of just seeing these HBCUs on the map now?
Well, during the summertime, Jackson State flew me out to do a flex video at the school, and that set a trend. Where after that, I did one at uh, Langston University. I've done one at Southern University. I'm about to go do one at Grambling. So I'm kind of a part of that whole movement, like watching Jackson State because flex blew up in Mississippi first, preferably Jackson. So during COVID, we was in Jackson still doing shows, dog, and to watch what he's done for the culture is beyond above and beyond. Like like on Saturdays, you look for the HBCU games. Like you got Alabama playing LSU, you got this one, but then you looking for who Jackson State play, and then this week ESPN College Game Day is gonna be in Jackson, Mississippi for the Jackson Southern game. Like that's Dion, man. You gotta give him his man, give that man his flowers, man. That's the one of the greatest athletes ever and one of the greatest advocates for HBCUs of all time.
So do you think that the coaches, a lot of it is because of his name, and I just saw he was on Good Morning America this past week, right? And he can pick up the phone and get people to come down, but the other coaches that are at the HBCUs, do you think it was just a lack of them not trying, or do you think it's just really just more Dion and just that culture that he brings of saying, if I feel good, I play good. If I play good, I get paid good. Do you think it's that culture there?
It's the Coach Prime effect. You got to get that man his props. It's his effect. It's him. It's him. Because Eddie George was at Tennessee. He's at Tennessee State right now, and Eddie's real mild mannered. Eddie's doing a good job over there. Shout out to Eddie and Taj, man. But like it's Prime, bro. He Prime. That man is the greatest, maybe possibly one of the greatest athletes of all time. You gotta understand, this man played in a football game and a World Series game in the
In the
same
same
day.
week. No, was it the same day or
No,
same week?
same day.
Yeah, same day. The Braves
He
and the
played.
Falcons game the
He
same
played the
day.
Falcons game at noon, and then
Mm-hmm.
flew out and played the great. And then like that's iconic and at elite levels. Then he goes to Jackson State. If you've been to Jackson State is not in a big city. Jackson State don't
It's
have
in
a
the
whole
hood.
bunch of resources. He went in the hood, dog, and the energy at that place every time I go there is on another level, dog. He got them players believing. He got the black people in that community believing. He got the kids that don't play football who just are a part of the culture believing. And to me, when you could make a group of African Americans believe, and then you take that belief and it becomes action, scary for a lot of people who don't want to see that kind of power. Prime is doing exactly what there's a lot of great scholars and a lot of great activists in their graves clapping because that man really is doing what the goal of those institutions was set out to do. Yeah, a lot of other coaches might not have that swag and that pull. That ain't his fault. Thank him because of him, everybody's school gonna shine.
Mm, man, that's big right there. Um, she showed earlier that you got married. How'd y'all
Mm-hmm.
meet?
Been knowing I met well, we didn't formally meet 1997. I knew of her because she was a track star, man. She never lost. She was a hurdler, never lost a race in high school ever. State champion, state record holder. So I would hear about it all the time. 2017, the stars lined up, and I met her actually at Essence Fest. But we knew of each other because her brother was in the Cupid Shuffle video, and her brother's a Sigma. Both her brothers are Sigmas, and I knew of him because her brother, he played for the Baltimore Ravens. His name's BJ Sams. He was a return man. So I knew him from playing at school with some of my friends. He played at Manise or whatever, and boom, knew of her. Met her in 2017. Instantly, kind of knew that I kind of knew it was like okay, nah, that's it, shutting that down.
He's shutting that down.
So yeah, man, and nah, she's awesome, man. Like I tell anybody, like since I met her, I've been elevating to levels that I never reached before when I had the deal in '07. Just because it's just a whole different vibe. So it's just all good. Definitely, you know, them single streets ain't really what it's cracked up to be, man. I did that for a while, and when you meet somebody that's solid, grounded, that pray for you, real grounded, it's a whole different ball game. So that's what keep me chill like I am now.
That's what's up. Um,
Yeah.
Last time you went international? Did you travel international?
Last
Where was the last time
the
you were? Because Rich Vibes was on the test run, and he's in the UK, and he's
last
like,
time I
hey,
was international,
yeah, because
Japan.
the song is it's an international song. So, and do they fly you abroad, or what's that experience like for
Hmm.
you doing abroad shows?
Bro, like a Michael Jackson, like a Michael Jackson dog, because shuffle is bigger overseas than it is in the States. I got a song I made in 2008 called "The Happy Dance," which was just like a crazy little song I made. That's so big in Japan, bro. So when I go out there, it's crazy. But that was the last place I went before COVID. Was Japan.
Mm.
Is there any place that you could see yourself saying that's on my bucket list that I want to be able to go to perform or just to visit?
Well, you know, when I doing music, I don't really sightsee or nothing. When I'm like, because you get to the hotel, you gotta kind of hide out. You don't want people to know where you at. Too. But like my wife, she's like big on traveling, so we've been traveling a whole bunch. Um, Performance wise, I would love to perform in Africa. Um, that's like something that I would just love to do, just to be in front of my people and to watch that occur. But traveling wise, man, I mean, I was just talking about like just spinning the globe and just pointing, and wherever I hit, I'm just gonna go.
We
Like
doing the coming to
just
America.
seeing the world, man.
We gonna go coming to America.
Yeah, bro.
That's what's up, man. No, man, I appreciate you coming on and being episode 41. We've tried to get you on earlier, but the stars aligned today. And
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see the audience is truly appreciating your responses. They love your Laker strategy. They said they got to, since you said you got to get rid of everybody,
Everybody.
get rid of everybody.
I don't
But
want
no,
no
man,
names. I don't know. No, I don't want to know nobody.
but just to hear the story, man, I think that's really a blessing. And like I said, I always felt like New Orleans was always overlooked. New York was the king of Supreme, and then the West Coast, and there was West Coast versus East Coast, and then the South had something to say, and then 3-6 Mafia came out and did their thing, and then it was like, okay, R&B kind of took over a little bit, and then Florida had their little run, and it's like,
Uh,
okay, well, what about Louisiana? There's a lot of great
yeah,
talent in Louisiana, and you're one of the staples that make Louisiana that makes that puts the stamp on the state. So it's funny because I'm from Atlanta and I love my city, but at the same token, my love for Louisiana as well. So because that's where I went to college at. But just to hear that, I just feel like Louisiana just got it's like they never got their turn,
yeah,
and then Katrina hit,
yeah,
and then we kind of, like you said, everybody spread out.
yeah. But it's all good, man. Everything happened for a reason, man. A lot of them cats, the music started to spread, and it's all good, man. At the end of the day, like you say, with the internet, you can find whatever you want. Just look at like the Big Frida. Big Frida is running
Yep.
bounce right now. And
Mhm.
hey, it is what it is.
You
So
already
so
know.
Read,
I love that. I
read.
love that. She
That's
she
my
the
piece
truth.
right there. That's my
Yeah,
piece,
what's your
man.
take? I know. What's your take on? I know I heard about they getting ready to do verse battle between So Def and Bad Boys. What kind of verse battle would you like to see?
Cash Money and No Limit. I would pay.
Ooh,
I
Woo!
would pay.
I'm so
bro.
glad.
I would pay whatever their ticket is, front row to
Mhm.
be to that.
Oh yeah,
It don't
yeah,
probably never happen, but that would be the one for me.
yeah. And you know
Yes.
what that would do for the South?
Dude, you'll understand.
For
Cause
the
we
Wait,
was
South?
wait a
listening to
minute.
Key.
Why don't you put it out here? Go ahead. Go ahead. Like, put it up here. Put it out here. Be like, look, I would like, let them know and say, hey, I want to see verse battle between Cash Money and No Limit. Go ahead and put it out here. Speak it to
I would
existence.
like to I would like to see it, but so in reality it kind of couldn't happen
Right.
now. Mystical not gonna be there. Um, so many different elements with that. And then with Cash Money, BG still, I hope they free him soon, man. So we can have all the hot boys. Cause see, we've been jamming the hot boys since before they was juvenile and
Mm-hmm.
all of that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a whole different thing. But just musically, sonically, it would be amazing to see like the KLCs versus the Manny Freshes of the world, like two of the top greatest producers of our state. And so that would be a cool one. I would love to see. And I know the whole Louisiana would lose their mind.
Man. And they would
Mm.
have to put it. I don't even think the Superdome would be the place to put it at. Like, but that's the biggest place in the state of Louisiana. I don't know of anything else bigger in Louisiana that you could put it in. But I
Yeah, it
mean,
would be
it would
cool,
have to
man.
be in
It,
Louisiana. You can't put it in California. You can't put it at the Rose Bowl. You can't put it
nah,
anywhere but Louisiana. And people will have to literally
Mhm.
fly in, but there's just not enough room because you got all of the South that would come for that. For, man, that would be amazing.
that
Yeah.
crazy.
Go ahead, Priscilla. You got it.
All right, look, I don't know about you all, but this has been one hell of an interview, episode 41. But but hey, I'm with him. I would love to see a verse battle between between No Limit Records and Cash Money Records. That really has to happen. I mean, yeah, you
That'd
got
be
coming up Cash Money and So Death. That's cool and all. And I'm not gonna say who I'm going for, but no, you gotta take it Louisiana
Better be
style.
no
Sorry.
limit. It better be no
Yeah,
limit. Make them say.
Best Money and
man.
all that.
You gotta
You
think.
can't go.
Man, that'd be crazy.
And you gotta also remember at one point Snoop was on No Limit Records too. So that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people gonna go into that. So I
But then
don't know.
you got to remember, you got to remember the Cash Money with the new money. You know, they got Nicki
That would be the
Minaj.
Mhm.
thing. But nah, that'll be the thing. You can't. They can't bring the no. They can't bring
The
If they
new
do it, they
people.
can't bring the
The new
new
Cash
the
Money.
new Yeah, no, you got to keep it
Yeah,
old.
It's
All you
got
need is
it can't
Juvie.
be anything past 2010. It's got or
Dude, all you
no.
2000.
need
What
is
was it,
Juvie.
2007?
2010. Don't go
Juvie.
back to 2010.
It's got to be the original
Juvie.
99 2000. It's got to be that original
Many, many friends.
when them
Yeah.
No
That's all you
Limit
need.
records was coming out every week at Peaches Records. It's got to be.
Yeah, you gotta have the ladies, no
That's
limits.
all you need.
You gotta have the women. You gotta have me X in there. You gotta have them all in there.
Did they
You know,
ever
stuff like
approach you?
That's all.
Did they ever, one of those labels ever approach you and say, "Hey, we would like to see you do something with us"?
No, man, no. But I mean, I've worked with Mia X. She's actually a really good friend of mine. I work with Chopper. Um, I'm a huge Juvenile fan. Um, huge BG fan. Um, huge Manny Fresh fan. So it for me, I would just sit in the crowd and sing all the songs all night. Me, I'll be in that fan mode all night.
Mm, that's big.
that. You know, I'm not surprised about what I couldn't understand. I'm surprised that not even DJ Cassidy came out to do pass the mic. That's what I couldn't understand. They had all these other people, but I would love to see you on DJ Cassidy pass the mic. Seriously, for next year, if he does it for next year. Seriously.
Okay? They mess around, give me that mic, man. I'm gonna mess around and Tarboy will tell you. Tarboy, you know what it is. You give me that microphone, it's gonna be some problems. Ain't playing no games, man. Come on, Cassidy. Come on, make it hard for everybody. Put the
Well,
little underdog on there.
Speaking of Cassidy and doing all these live streamings, what are your thoughts on this? Like, you see what we're doing, you see the production level, you see the live streaming. I mean, what are your thoughts on this? Do you think that this is the new medium? What is your overall thoughts?
It's a blessing because again, your audience may be people who never heard me, seen me, hear me talk. So it's always good to just have as many media outlets as possible just to get new fans. Like somebody's gonna become a Cupid fan from this interview, and that's what you want. It's basically just to connect the dots and increase your network. So I love it. I love it, man. Like I don't want to have to drive all the way to Atlanta to come do an interview if I don't have to, man. I got kids and they all got homework, and what I'm saying. So it lets you be home with your family and still get stuff done. So I love it. I love the technology. Is definitely not. I'm not one of them old heads that's like, oh, I don't like the cell phone. I don't even use it. I don't like the internet. I just don't. Okay. I tell people all the time, the dinosaurs died because they didn't evolve. I don't want to be no dinosaur.
That's what I'm talking about. What advice do you have for me? From what I'm doing, any advice you have for me?
Be aggressive. Don't take no for an answer, and do what you want to do, because there's no real wrong these days. Like I watch people do, I watch the Country Waynes of the world and the I am Desi Banks in them of the world. Be great, being themselves, being aggressive, and not taking no for an answer. You don't want to put me in a movie? Cool. I'll make my own with my cell phone. Cool. You don't like my style? Cool. They like it. Cool. And just that's my main thing. Be aggressive all the time. Be yourself, and don't take no for an answer. Because I got plenty of no's, and you know, I won't
But
take
you
no
got
for.
plenty of
I'm gonna
checks
get
though.
around you.
But you got plenty of checks.
How about a few? One or two, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Bryson, for being here and telling your story
She
and
calling
just
by his
just
government.
taking.
Hold on, hold on, hold
I
on.
know, right?
That's
She did it about three
suspicious.
Oh yeah,
times.
I did.
That's
Hey,
suspicious.
we said
Man,
what
I
we
ain't say nothing.
we don't do no government names, man. Like, golly, you the
but
only one that want to use your government name. So if that's what you want to do,
just being
you use your
respectful.
government, but you don't be calling folks by their government name. Golly. Call
He
this man by
is
It's
his
all
saying
full
good. It's all
government.
good.
thank
Lord.
you, thank you.
You put that on Facebook, but
Mister
when we go elsewhere, we just say,
Mister
hey,
Cupid.
Cupid.
Hey,
What they
I
say?
put it on all the tags. Put it on all the tags.
A
Put his whole
mess.
entire keep and put it every due respect. We gotta
For
be
real.
respectful. Yeah, see,
Shoot.
Top boy,
But
you hush. I don't use your government name. Well, I did the other day because you messed up. Anyway, moving on. Yeah,
yo,
yeah, put
wow.
you on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Why don't you tell him what you did the other day? It was all your fault. Sam, me sitting there while you touch. I ain't touching nothing. Look, I didn't touch nothing. And then he
On that
realized,
note, we're going
oh,
to
that
wrap
was
this
me.
interview up. This was another great
A mess.
interview of Old School Tuesday Turnup, episode 41. I'm going to close it out for
Thank you, man.
Priscilla.
Wait, wait, wait.
She
No, no,
she
no.
gonna
Hey,
want
hey,
y'all to
before we go,
dance
wait,
it
wait,
out
wait.
because she over
Wait,
there
wait, wait, wait,
playing.
wait. I got wait, we got out. We're selling. It's 2 years of the show. What kind of like 2 year anniversary would you like to see? We had one person say bring back some of the artists on the ask so they can ask you questions. What would you think would be a good idea for a 2 year anniversary for the show?
Yeah, y'all should let artists interview y'all.
Mm. And just have them all
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah. Get y'all PC y'all own medicine. Just start calling y'all by y'all government name. Sheriff
Maybe we could
Priscilla.
set that. Maybe we could set that up and maybe do that at the top of December or something like that.
For real, I go find all them old pictures in Tallboy. I got pictures of Tallboy from when he was in Atlanta from like 2006. I go pull them all up. You ain't seen none of these, dog.
Oh,
Oh
they
yeah,
exclusive. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Send
we
them
gonna
to
break the
me.
internet.
Hey man, you
To
ain't gotta
me.
do all that, man. Like, look, we trying to
That's a,
evolve and grow in 2022, man. Like, we're going into
man.
2023. You ain't gotta
Nah,
pull out
that's
that 1999 Nokia phone. You ain't gotta and pull up them pictures. You ain't
Oh,
gotta
he
do
said no
that.
kill.
Come on, man.
I got him, dog. I
Clown.
got him, dog.
He got him.
With the lean with it, rock with it pants. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, dog. I
that
got
was
him.
me.
Oh,
That was me. It was
All
me.
of us. That was all of us, dog. That was all of us.
send
That was
that
me.
to me. Send
Hey,
that
I'm
to
true
me.
to Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
Man, see,
All right, man. All right.
Priscilla,
We
time to dance
family.
this show out because y'all starting some
Okay, you
stuff.
dance now. We family. Cupid is now family. Anytime you want to come back, promote anything you have going on, let us know. Just a 24-hour notice, though. Everyone, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's episode 41 of Old School Tuesdays. Turn up. Thank you, Mr. Cupid. And I ain't gonna call you by government name no more. Cupid for being here, and we had the most amazing time. We'll be back here next week, same time, same place, with another artist that will be on. Until then, you guys enjoy the rest of your night and have a good week. And I'm up out of here. Cupid, don't go. We're gonna talk to you right behind the show. But yes, everybody, we are out of here. I'm glad you all enjoyed the show.
You got a show next week? You got a show next
Yes,
week?
we have a show. Yeah, we do. Yes, I have a show next week.
You telling folks who it is? Who's the artist? You gonna tell them?
Nah. Oh, look at y'all. We see Cupid. You see him trying to bust me out. No, I ain't gonna tell him. No.
Next week, next Tuesday, because they be texting me, Tallboy, we got a show? She said
yes,
there's a show.
Do have a show.
There is a show.
Today.
All right.
There is a show next Tuesday. I know. Hey, this show ain't going nowhere for a minute. We just gonna keep coming with interviews. And
Come on, dance it out, y'all. Cupid ain't moving out one. Oh, okay, there you go. The robot. There it is. Boy, that boy did the prom dance right there, boy.
Track star, he's a runner. He's a
Crazy.
he's a
Oh
runner.
man, y'all crazy.
He said, I'm never in the back. I'm always in the front. Hey, I did
Man,
track
I
and field.
appreciate it, y'all.
I